so I'm currently sitting at minus 1415. Still better than where I was. I was at minus 3,000. But I'm going to break down my current trading system as it stands right now and let you know how I'm trading this Express funded account. So, number one, entry models. I use two entry models from Michael Huddleston predominantly, and that is the fair value gap and the order block. So, on my chart, my drawings are, I use three drawings basically. I use the rectangle, the line, I draw out fair value gaps, liquidity, and order blocks. So my entry models are either an order block or a fair value gap. My exit model is I'm always aiming for liquidity. So I'm always aiming for a high or for a low. Basically, the market is always drawing to an old high or an old low. Could be a short-term high, could be a long-term high, could be a previous day's high, previous week's high or low, could be just a session high or low. Either way, guys, my exit model is at a high or low. In terms of risk management, I'm using the micro NASDAQ, and I'm trading 3 micro NASDAQ contracts. So even though I could trade the minis, I think the minis are way too much size for how much the market has been moving recently. So I'm on the micro NASDAQ. I use TradingView as my platform. I use a lot of drawings, and my initial stop, guys, so I have two forms of stops. Let's talk about stop losses. My initial stop is always 20 points, exactly. I just put in 20 points, kind of regardless of what I'm seeing on the chart at this point. I've decided it's just going to be 20 points every time, and that's going to be the initial stop. In addition to that, when the market starts moving in my favor, I will use a 3-tick break-even stop, and then I really am not going to move it up from there. I'm not going to trail up my stop loss too much, guys. Instead, I'm going to use partial exits. So because I'm trading 3 micro NASDAQs, I can, as the market moves in my favor, I can take contracts off and take profit. So instead of moving my stop loss from 3 ticks, basically it's just take a contract off, take all the contracts off, whatever. So my initial stop is 20 points. When the market moves in my favor, 20, 30, 40 ticks, then I will put in a break-even stop at 3 ticks because that will cover commissions. And that's basically the current trading system, guys. In addition to that, I avoid economic releases. So we have economic releases coming out on August the 10th, which is Thursday, and August the 11th, which is Friday. I avoid those. I also will not start. I have to start doing this, guys. The New York Open, even though it's fun, it's whatever, I will not start trading until 0950. I've decided that's got to be a hard and fast rule for me, not to start trading until 0950 exactly. Not a minute before that, just 0950 exactly. So I will avoid economic releases, and I will avoid the New York Open for the first 20 minutes. So I will not start trading until 0950 New York local time. So avoid economic releases, avoid the New York Open, start trading at 0950. My entry models are order blocks and fair value gaps. My exit model is an old high or an old low. My risk management is to trade the micro NASDAQ using 3 contracts and to take off partial profits as the market moves in my favor rather than moving the break-even stop. So, and my initial stop is going to be 20 points exactly, and I will not move it from there. That's $120 or $123.60 of risk, or 90 cents, $123.90 of risk on every trade, which is a reasonable amount for how often, what my strike rate is, which right now is at about 55%. So that's a reasonable stop for a $3,000 daily loss limit. I should virtually never hit that daily loss limit so long as I actually let my initial stop get hit. In addition to that, guys, I'm going to focus not on the money, but focus on executing my plan. So regardless of how much money I make or lose in a day, it really doesn't matter. The only thing is whether I'm sticking to the plan that I've just outlined to you. So again, my entry models, fair value gaps and order blocks. My exit models, old highs and old lows. My initial stop placement, 20 Nasdaq, 20 micro Nasdaq points. My break-even stop is at 3 ticks. I will take partial profits as the market moves in my direction rather than trailing the stop loss up. I will just use partial profits. And other than that, guys, the basic idea is here. I have the model. I just gave you my entry model, gave you my exit model. I gave you my risk management, including initial stop and break-even stop. I gave you my exit model, which is the old highs and old lows. I gave you the models from Michael that I use. And that's the current plan, guys. And now the only question is, all right, can I stay disciplined and can I execute this plan day in and day out and not focus on the money, but focus on did I follow the game plan? I have a fully fleshed out game plan right now, every aspect of trading that I need. So that's it, guys. Just in this short video, I went over what the current trading system is as of Wednesday, August the 9th, 2023. And at this point, I'm happy with that system, and that's what I'll be sticking to. I'm not going to reward myself based on how much money I make in a day, but only on whether I followed the system that I just laid out to you. Okay, guys.